Hello everybody, Mr. Moore here with the next part of our learning how the chess pieces move. We've looked at the king, we've looked at the pawn, and today we're looking at the knight. Knights are from olden times when they used to live in castles and used to ride horses, and here's the shape of a knight piece in chess. And it's a very interesting piece because it can do things that other pieces can't do. The main thing that it can do that no other piece can do, even the queen that Mr. Jordan mentioned yesterday, the most powerful piece, the knight is able to jump, so it can jump over pieces. I suppose horses are good jumpers. The other unusual thing about a knight is the way it moves. It makes a sort of capital L shape in the way it moves. It moves two squares in one direction, and then it moves at a right angle another one square. So it goes 2 and 1. Or it's the same thing really, 1 and 2, making a capital L. And there's no other piece that moves sort of in two directions at once like that. So when the knight's here in the centre of the board, it can actually move to 8 different squares. Can move to this one, 1, this one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that means it's more useful in a way when it's in the middle of the board, because it can get to 8 different squares. Whereas if it's here in the corner of the board, it can only get to 2 squares. Those two there. If a knight's on a white square and it moves, it will end up on a black square. And if it's on a black square and it moves, it will end up on a white square. And finally, if a knight's sort of at the end of the board, but not in the corner, how many squares could it move to? The answer's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the knight, that's how it moves. In a moment we'll have a quiz. We sometimes work out how valuable a piece is by saying how many pawns it's worth. It's a guide really, but it's very helpful sometimes. A knight is normally considered to be worth 3 pawns. A knight equals 3 pawns. That's worth knowing. Anyway, here's the quiz. Let's finish off by doing our quiz. Here's a knight on that black square there. How many squares could it move to from that position, and which squares could it move to? Here's the answer. It can move to 8 squares when it's in that central position, and there they are. You can get all to each of them by going 2 and 1, or by going 1 and 2 in a capital L shape. So 8 squares. So it's good when the knight's in the middle of the board. It can get to lots of places and do lots of things. How about if it's here in the corner of the board? How many squares can it get to from there? And which squares are they? Here's the answer. It can only get to 2 squares from that corner place. And there they are. And finally, if it's on the side of the board, like this, how many squares could that knight get to from there? And which squares are they? Here's the answer. The answer is 4 squares, and there they are, all by going 2 in one direction and 1 at a right angle to it, like a capital L shape. So that's the knight, and it can jump over. If there was a piece in the way, it would be able to jump over it. So there's the knight. I think next we're going to be doing the bishop. So look out for that, and well done for learning your chess moves. Bye for now.